things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal H Technology Screens. I got all my orders all taken care of for my customers over there, so you guys are all good to go. And the last of my supplies are coming in now, so I got a little downtime until they get here. I can start working back on my projector painting project here. So I am actually painting my projector to give it a bio kind of a look to it. And one of the things I have to do when I get done painting it, I have to remove all the doors off of it because all this has to be sanded down from any paint I got in there. I want to make sure all this slaps on nice and smooth so I can get access to my lamp and my filters. So all that had to be removed to see exactly once I painted it. Keep in mind you have to take a knife and just go over those edges, and that's how you're able to loosen it up so you don't paint things shut, which you don't want to do. So there's my cover right here for my lamp. And we still got a lot more work to go. So we're gonna finish it here. So I got the corrosions going pretty good. The process for doing the corrosion is going pretty good. And as I said before, I didn't want to paint over this because I would lose any of the icons. What I wanted to do was get a little polyurethane, mix that with a little bit of black paint, and that would give me over and over again, application after application, gives you kind of a dirty kind of ashy look like it hasn't been touched. Now over in here, got a little bit going on right here, but this still has to be done again. And then we take a little bit of black paint with a Q-tip and we go in these corners nice and dark because that's what you want it to look like. Like all this is corroded out, and this is kind of like one of those dashboards that are just covered in dirt. So that's what we're doing right now. Still got to put the stickers on. I got a ton of stickers over here we have to do. I don't know if I'm gonna do my buttons or not, but I got some little micro stickers right here. And we got some big stickers over there. And my paint comes today. The rest of my paint needed to finish my projection screens. One's going to be coated all white. And it's going to have a black screen with some sky blue. And the other one's going to be an apocalypse. It's going to look crazy. It's going to have glowing lights coming out of it and everything. And I wanted the projector to match. This is not for everybody, but it's for me. This is what I like to do. All right. So I got to put LED lights on the bottom of this too. So this is the dashboard right there. Keep in mind, like I said, I wanted where it was actually kind of ashy and dirty, and doing that with a Q-tip over and over again. I still want to be able to read my icons. We're going to have to coat all this in pretty soon. I want to have this done by Saturday. At least by Saturday, I want it done. All right, so let's go next. Let's see. We still need a little bit more paint. Oh, my dirty socks here. This is my sock I use to paint my screen with. I like the socks better because it'll allow, as a sock or sponge, anything will allow you to keep tapping the surface over and over again. And you're not brushing it, you're actually tapping this over and over and over and over again to get that little rusty look to it. I think I may be out of this stuff altogether. Like I said, watch if you want, watch if you don't. It's up to you. You know what I mean? These are just videos that I just put out. In case anybody down the line gets the idea, like, I wonder if I could paint my projector's chassis. So I'm going to buy another one of these. I'm going to take it apart. And I'm going to see how hard it would be for me to remove the entire chassis from the projector. And that way I can change up my projector's colors. I can make one blue, one green, whatever I want to match it with. That'd be nice because we got those exotic paints. I can actually match my projectors to my screens, which I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do me a sky blue projector to match the blue. So this is what I like to do. Take the sock and just pat it in. You always start off with the bronze first, or the rust. And it's quite a process. As you can see, I destroyed my my dining room tablecloth, but I was in the process of changing it out anyway. And for that area, we're going to have to use a Q-tip because this is just going to basically put paint everywhere. Yeah, popping. Really? There we now need to add some more light in there. That's why I use the caulking. The caulking gives it that texture. I can see from the caulking there's going to be some areas I'm not going to be able to get to. I'm going to have to use a little bit of whatchamacallit. My mother used to do their ships in a bottle. I don't know how in the world somebody can build a ship in a bottle, but she could do it. She had the patience for it. She liked that kind of stuff. I can't do that. I don't have that kind of patience. I couldn't do it. I would have to build a bottle around a ship. That's how I would have to do it. I couldn't do that. But she would do that kind of stuff. Do a ship in a bottle. You know, much you have any idea how hard that is? I mean, you're literally doing this thing with a magnifying glass and tweezers. She liked that kind of stuff. But I couldn't do it. I didn't have the patience for it. And that's why we tape over the IR right there, that we don't mess it up. That's all. That's where all this is taped off. All my buttons and stuff are taped off. So to get in these areas right here, I'm gonna have to use a Q-tip. Get in those areas like so. Some people may think of that, oh, this is a big mistake. You're wrecking a perfectly good projector. Man, you gotta learn to take some chances and think outside the box. That's why we have different color screen paints and crazy stuff like that. When, I was developing black screens, people thought I was crazy for making a black screen. Oh, that's a waste of time. Who would ever want a black screen? Well, our sales over there shows who wants a black screen. Gotta do something different for a change. I've never been one to march with the masses. I gotta do something. Every time I gotta do something, I gotta be different from everybody else. All right. Now we gotta go in. Let me see. We gotta get a tip. How much this we got left in here? We should have enough for to do a Q-tip. There we go. That's enough to get it done. Oh, we got in the wrong direction. I like to watch those restoration videos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, if I said that correctly. But I like it. I can watch hours of somebody that's going in and taking something rusted and old and bringing it back to life. I like watching stuff like that. Or them homestead shows where people are survivalists. They build those bushcrafting. I love bushcraft. I love watching bushcrafting. I can just sit there and watch them build hours and hours of watching them build something from the ground up. I think some people would consider that to be extremely boring, but I consider that to be interesting. How you can just take something from the ground up. Yesterday, I watched a documentary on Eskimos on how they lived. Like some of them live in these tents that are just covered over and over and over again with all kinds of animal pelts, and how they would disassemble their home and go pack up and move someplace else, and how they put it together. Very interesting to watch. Just interesting. Always interesting to somebody else on how they're doing things. Like watching people build homes out of water towers and stuff like that. I'm getting to the little area up in there. This is what we need the Q-tips for. So we can get right up in there in an area where the sock can't go. And Bob Ross, oh, I watch Bob Ross every day on PBS. Always will watch him. He is an interesting person, I'll tell you that much. I bet you the inside of his house had to be magnificent. Because this man was always painting beautiful clouds. Can you imagine what the ceilings look like in his home? Because if I had that skill level, I would have clouds throughout my entire environment. Oh my goodness. Probably happy clouds in there all day. I'm pretty sure some of that artwork he did a lot of that was on his walls and stuff and ceilings and stuff. I would have had that skill level. There we go. Q-tip allows us to get to the places that we can't get to. Now, usually, before Live came out on YouTube, I would just take pictures of everything I did and do a slideshow, but they got rid of the slideshow. So I guess a Live is better. This is the part we gotta paint with a Q-tip. So tracing, all this has to be done. And so we have to go over every inch of it. Make sure there's no crack of white coming through or showing anywhere on it. This is the tedious part. This is the Q-tip. Gotta go through with the Q-tip. Gotta hit all the areas, and you gotta pat right back over it again. I got a couple of spots in here I've already missed. Come on, give me a little bit more. Let's need to do the pat down now. Make sure I got everything covered. There we go. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for a little bit more. Well, that's a whole lot more. Thank you. Either way, it's all good. Let me stand up. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. I'm not worried about this. All this is covered. So I'm not worried about that. Make sure my back area is good. All right, so get my sides here and try to get whatever area I didn't hit. All right, because we got these little interesting spots here and here, especially right here under the leg. Got a couple interesting spots there. I want to make sure I get it real good. Now I gotta pat all this in. All this has to be patted on. My back is killing me right now. Man. All right. Let me shift my supplies right here. Supplies didn't get here yet. All right, so now I'm going to take this out of the way. And take this, and we need a little black and green. This, a little bit of black. And combinate together. Get our colors just right in here. Take a little bit of this sock. Mix a little black into it. Oh, hey, having cookies today. Okay. I want cookies. What else you have? Oh, you have a beautiful day too. Let me get this over here. Let me get this out of this. Mix a little green and black together. That's what gives it that green corrosion kind of look to it. You don't want it to lay heavy on it. You want it to blend in. That's why you have to pat it. The old rust look to it. It's been sitting there for years. No one has touched it. And the black is good because black is like a nice little overshadow. A little bit of black coming out of it, lightening it up. I'm going to make it light in some areas, make it heavy in others. Just patting it in. Never want to brush it, always want to pat it in. So what we're going to do right here in the interface, we got to darken that a bit. So, get our Q-tips out. And that's going to be dabbed over and over and over again. When it dries, we go back in again, and again. Each time we keep going back over again. And as for the interface here, we are going to go back in and get some more of this stuff. This is the oh, thank you. Not even finished yet. Got a long way to go. Still got another application. We got another layer of caulking to put on. So the next layer of caulking we're going to put on, we're going to actually thicken the ridges around here to give it more depth to it. Because the more it has to look like it's been there for years. And then we still have LED lights to install in. So that's going to be the next stage. Put our LED lights in. And our lights are going to look really good off that glow. And then I went and got some UV paint. It's clear. I'm going to go over the bio symbols and all that with clear UV. So that's going to glow. It's going to push right through that, it's going to push right through that whatchamacallit out with the glow. So right now we're just going back over top of it. Because I don't want to paint the interface because I can't see what I'm plugging stuff into, but I do want to, and it helps if it drips. It does. Don't worry about it. You're not going to get it in anything. Nothing's going to damage anything. I want to be able to barely read it. I know what it says. I know what the attachments are for. This is just for fun. That's all. But like I said, I want to get one of these and take it apart so that way I can see exactly what I got to go through to get access to the actual chassis. So if I decide I want to paint one of these a different color, I have that option. Okay. And once that dries, we hit it again about 3 or 4 times. And what it's going to do is going to give it like a layer after layer after layer of like it's been ash or whatever's been laying on it, dirt, for long periods of time. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same process up here, up top. You don't want any of this hanging off, any of that hanging off. I want to keep that all under control. So I'm going to do the top part. There we go. We got to add a little more depth to it. Blend all that in together. Oh, it works. You just have to make sure, like I said, when you put the caulking on, you have to make sure that you constantly take your knife and go around those edges over and over and over again. So when you do the paint job, you just slide it right off. So what we're going to do is we go in there and we just sand all this off right here a little bit, and around the sides of the drawer to draw all that slides in. And same thing right here to the side for the that is the door for the filters. That's pretty much it. And then this right here is all taped up so nothing can get in there. And so there's my power cord right there. We got on a table LED lights for it. We got our bio stickers, hazard signs, and then I got these right here. I might put some of these on the buttons because I know they all go for anyway, you know, stuff like that. And then before those stickers go on, there's a glow-in-the-dark UV paint that I coat over top of that, because then I darken it around the edges, and then that UV paint kind of pushes through all that little black. So now what we have to do is we have to make this stand out. I guess I'll put you guys in here. I gotta get one of those bending, I guess I have to do this the other way. I need the caulking to do this anyway. Is this full? Is this empty? Which one is this full? This one's full. Kind of like frosting the cake. So we're not going to do the whole thing, we're just going to do the edge of it. This does not disrupt the projector. When the ultra short though goes off, it comes off from here, it tapers off right along there. So this doesn't affect it. And this is where we're going to add in the extra layer. So that's the extra layer to make it stand up a little higher up. And we're just going to basically bleed that over the side. All right. Then you're gonna need a piece of cardboard. Put a piece over here. Sorry about that. I'm rocking the camera back and forth with my hands there. Sorry about that. All right, so let that dry. Like I said, I know I got dislikes. I know that. I don't mind that. I had dislikes when I was building gaming PCs. Man, I was building these modified gaming PCs and just like, I'm used to the haters. I love y'all. Because when this thing is fully completed, when it's done with the screen to match with it, yeah, then your jaw can drop. You can slobber for half an hour. Because wait till you see what me and my Lord got planned for this. This is going to be the sickest little setup you ever seen when it comes to basically projections. Only one going to be on YouTube. No one got one. And am I going to sell it? No. I'm actually going to make a collection of these. Once I get this chassis popped open, get ready to pop the chassis, let me see how many wires are connected to it, because I can start actually, I should powder coat one of them. I got a friend that got the equipment to powder coat stuff, so I'm going to powder coat one of these. Have a sky blue one and get a sky blue screen to match with it. Yeah. That is going to look sick. That is going to look sick. Nice little powder blue screen. Since we develop our own color screens, why not? Constantly pat, over, again, color. How old and rusted that thing looks. Yeah. Like I said, I don't care about the dislikes. I really don't care. I've seen people dislike on the dumbest stuff. They had one about a guy who basically kidnapped a 12-year-old girl. They caught him. They actually caught this guy. They should have beat the crap out of him. That's the only time I believe in police brutality is when somebody does something like that. They need to have the crap kicked out of them. But yeah, freaking, they caught him in a hotel room, this 13-year-old girl. And somebody had a nerve to hit a dislike on that. I'm like, what the freak? Who hits a dislike on something like that? There's somebody question about a projector they have here. Just got my new projector. It's a BenQ. Ooh, I love BenQs. Thank you for your hard work sharing. Oh, you have a wonderful day too. You have a wonderful day too. Thank you. I love BenQs. I gotta get me an up-to-date BenQ projector. He has a what kind of projector you said he had? Oh, I might check that one out. Okay, just got my BenQ projector. It looks very amazing. With your paint. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. That's what I'm talking about. These customers right here, that customers are a blessing. They are a blessing. They appreciate that time me and the Lord get up in the morning, get work done. Thank you so much. I appreciate that testimony. Like I said, it doesn't bother me to get people who don't like me and what I do and everything. That don't bother me at all. Like I said, at the end of the day, my Lord and Savior keeps me happy all day long. I don't worry about stuff like that. That doesn't bother me. I just feel sad for these people because, like I said, it's something you can be doing positive with your time instead of hating on other people for no reason at all. And then you got some people on YouTube are just like that. They just go around and just hate everything. You know what I mean? Just what they do. It'd be something about somebody rescuing a dog or a deer or something, and you have somebody that will dislike it. Like, wow, really? Or somebody feeding the homeless, and somebody will dislike that too. So, hope these people change. If I don't like something now, if it's something like really, really bad, like somebody doing something really, really bad that was wrong, yeah, I'm a dislike on it. But if it's somebody doing something, maybe it might not be the best thing in the world, or maybe they might not be the best singer or the best painter or whatever they may be, I still give them a like. I had projectors come here that were, I paid about 50 bucks for. I don't file a complaint on those. I just let them keep the money, you know? Yeah, you know. I don't put it back. Now, if I got a projector here that I knew was bad, I'll let them keep the money, but, you know, depending on how much it was. But I don't put a bad review on them at all. I just don't. I let it go. Because that everybody knows on eBay, that affects the daylights out of you. You sold on eBay before, you know from the door that affects the daylights out of you. So I just leave it be. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm always looking for, I like the 235.1s. Oh, if you have time to show a video of that, please. I don't have that aspect ratio on my projector. I got to look that up. Thank you for informing me on that, because I didn't even know it even had that on there. Wow. So that's something I got to look into. Because you know I like the 235.1 screens. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that much. I don't have that aspect ratio. He has, 241. Oh, wow, really? On sale for what? That's not a bad price either. That's not a bad price. Well, gee whiz. I just paid $1,200 for that one on the floor. That one cost me $1,200 on the floor. The ViewSonic right there. Now I know. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get one next year. I can't get it this year, but I'll get it next year. I'm rent to do, but I'll get it next year, definitely. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I never had that aspect ratio. And 230. He has 241 something. I gotta look that one up. He has. Let's see what's going on outside. If I got my supplies yet. Oh, they're there. Wow, really? We left them there? Are you kidding me? That's where I left my supplies. I see them right down the driveway. That's easy for somebody to just come along and just snatch that. That's a good thing I got big old cameras out there. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys in here. I'm gonna grab those supplies. And that means I gotta stop doing what I'm doing now, because I got 10 more orders over there that have to be done. So I'm just gonna throw the fan on this, let this dry, and then grab my stuff, clean up, go downstairs and finish the other 10 more orders I have to do, and then I'll come back to this. Then once the order's out of here, we're gonna paint 2 projection screens today. 2 motorized projection screens are getting painted today. So it's gonna be fun. Right there. That's it. Peachy. Ah, man, that's the work. Well, at least I'm gonna free couple of days. I know darn well. It's funny. I said, clear as day, that I wanted some plastic, right? I asked for plastic. You gotta see this. I asked for plastic because I need this for the screen. Look at the size of that container of plastic. I wonder how much I just paid for that. Because usually they just charge my card. They put it on my bill and they charge for my card. And I said I need some plastic, like a regular drop cloth plastic for the screens. Because when you paint those screens like that, I'm painting mine on the wall. Actually, I want to paint one on the floor, one on the wall. So that's good. That one's going to be done on the floor. The other one's going to be painted on the wall. So when I paint the one on the wall, I have to have plastic behind it. So just in case I don't hit my my wall. And I said, let me get some drop cloth. I bet you that cost me like $80. I guarantee that probably cost me 80 bucks. I gotta check how much money they took out of my account for that one. And I said, drop cloth, a couple of sheets. Look at this. I'll let you have enough here to build a tent with this stuff. Really? Well, at least I don't need plastic. Really in a bed. And I'll forget it. I don't care. At least I don't need plastic for a while, so I'm good. I just wrap stuff up and whatever. That'll work. I'm gonna go back in here. I gotta go back to work in a few minutes too. All right, so I'm just gonna clean up everything here, and I still have the orders to finish over there. I got 10 more orders of the whatchamacallit over there. We'll finish this up. I got 10 more orders of the black silver's got to be finished up. So I got to get that taken care of right now. So all this has to stop. I can come back later on when I finish all my orders, knowing everything's done. Good gracious. Look at this. Oh, no, whatever. It'll work. All right. And I'll be back on, I guess, for part 4 or whatever. I just want to get this finished up, but we'll get it done. And then I got to finish these orders first for the customers, get them all taken care of. I'll have everything done before the driver comes up, which is fantastic. Everything came ahead of schedule. All right, so let me get back to work, and I'll be back on again, because like I said, we got 2 screens. We'll probably knock out, well, I know for a fact that the gaming screen that's going to match that projector is going to be work. It's going to be work to do that one, because there's artwork involved in that. It's going to be corroded just like that to match the projector. So this whole entire thing right here, this whole system over here, like if this was what upstairs, all that's going to be corroded. It's going to be rusted out. So that's going to take some work. So yeah. And I got to send this back to, this is the big projector going back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put the link up where I got the projector at for $68, because I paid for this. This is a 92-inch. I got the smallest one because it fits perfectly in the back room for me, but they do make it in a 90, to 100, and then 120. And these work pretty well. I've been using these for quite some time. The other one I have upstairs, I think I bought that since the last house. Did I bought that one here? I'm not sure, but I've had them for about 2 or 3 years, and the motors don't burn out. Not have any problems with that whatsoever. They're really good projection screens, and they're real cheap and affordable. Like I said, $68 is what I paid for a 92-inch, and that's including shipping. So like I said, I might go buy a 120-inch for the backyard next. All right, with that being said, I'm going to get y'all orders out the door, get y'all taken care of, and I'll be back on later on. And then we'll do some motorized projection screens, okay? All right.